will be Embiid and Gabriel. Comes in with just about the most NBA experience among the current active players for South Sudan. And the tap won by the United States, and off we go in the fourth exhibition contest.
You know what they can do on the offensive end? I think they've got to communicate defensively, check out, and rebound and run. They're much taller.
You see Curry constantly in motion.
Oh, what a pass.
A flip for Holiday and a three. And a rebound for Gabriel. This is Carly Jones. Keep an eye on him. He has played very well for South Sudan over the last year. Was exceptional at the World Cup last year.
Attack mode, can make some threes, loves to go right. Not a good look there. They got to make sure they value these possessions. Team has been very unself. Ball moving, going side to side. There's an Embiid here with a lift and a back. Pretty as that.
For LeBron James in the jam.
They've done that nicely. The spacing, great cut. That guy knows the game.
Well, you and I have talked about it a little bit. I know you and Jason Benetti were talking about it the other day. It's such a different feel at the international level. It's very much pace, space, and sharing. As Jones misfires and Curry has it. Outlet feed. Devin Booker with the adjustment.
You can't give up easy baskets like that. Got to protect the backcourt. I've been impressed defensively, Adam. They really hung in there. They've been tough. Preventing dribble drives. Nice challenge there. Tough shot.
Cool off target. Rebound for LeBron. Versatility of this United States lineup. Anybody can start a break. Anybody can end it. LeBron misfires. Embiid keeps it alive.
Nice find.
It is Howley biting in with the left hand.
How about the give, too? Offensive rebound. Generally, you get an open three. Good dribble drive.
There's Cole. Rises and in and out. Tap by Gabriel to LeBron James.
And James can play so many positions. The mentality as a point forward.
Good physicality there from Mariel Shayok. And on the interior, a foul is called as Nuni Omat, the former Baylor star, gets tagged with the foul.
How about Steph? A little defense, selling it.
NBA title, a second title in the last few years for Holiday. This year with Boston, one of the best two-way players in the NBA. There is Embiid against a smaller Gabriel. A double comes from Omat. James cuts, James flips, off target, tipped alive, and knocked out from underneath the rim. It's basket interference and a point for the United States.
I'll tell you, they're playing with it around the rim. You can see he's exploiting the size differential. It's amazing the reads and cuts that these talented guys possess.
Holiday, arguably the best defender on the perimeter for the United States, is guarding Carly Jones, who's been a 20-point per game guy at the international level. Omat pulls up over the smaller Holiday and gets South Sudan on the board.
He is a confident shooter, can make some threes, a little middle game there, and get a tag.
Looking for ball movement. Booker was looking for a foul. A save by Omat. A quick trigger from Cole. And a long rebound to Holiday. A quick outlet feed for LeBron.
Too easy.
It is still exceptional at age 39, and there's very little drop-off.
And we have mentioned, Jason and I, that his attitude getting ready for this, whatever you want, coaches, a little challenged by Joel.
We got the rebound of Jones' miss. We're seeing a lot of quick movement up the floor off of misses thus far. Just 1 for 6 South Sudan. Booker floats it. Embiid taps it in.
How about that? He can get it going. Of course, anytime you dribble drive, a little leakage, a little help. Joel bodies up.
Gabriel knocks down the three.
And they're going to get something going on the offensive end. He's an undersized 5-man. Again, getting down the floor, this time Embiid.
And you mentioned Gabriel being undersized. He has the tough task of playing
fresher too. A little knee problem during the playoffs.
Thought he missed it. He had some knocking it down. There was some criticism of Embiid in the first couple of games because of his slow start. Some calls for maybe shifting him out of the starting lineup, taking some pressure off of him. But as was written this past week, a guy takes a lot of pride in the
guy. Lets them play in a different. They can play smaller, and obviously the impact defensively. Nice little bump to get that look.
And Gabriel, 31% three-point shooter at the NBA level, is hit back-to-back. Embiid through. It's an offensive foul drawn by Wenyen Gabriel, a veteran of 150 NBA games.
They paid the price there with that step in.
Play for Sacramento. And getting prepared for its Olympic debut as the highest-ranked African team, reaching the FIBA World Cup last year. They earned their spot in the Olympics for the first time. A foul against the United States here.
Well, they gave it to Curry.
Throughout this roster, you'll hear stories of players that were refugees, had to battle through multiple countries, incredible journeys with family as young children, as infants, sometimes as babies. Many of these players immigrated to Australia. There's a three, another one from Mariel Shayok, a former college star.
Yeah, Virginia guy. Yeah, these are some sad stories and what these guys were able to do with their lives. Well, Dang, for example, sacrificing, contributing. How about that? Doesn't need much space, does he?
Steph Curry, plenty of space that time, running off screens, moving without the ball as he does exceptionally well, and he's got a three.
Again, lifting Joel.
Good positioning by Cole, and it's off to Omat.
They're very good offensive rebounding group. Quick to the ball.
U.S. trying to push the pace a little bit here. Right back to that matchup with Embiid against the undersized Gabriel. LeBron James misses a three. Good rebound by the guard, Jones. South Sudan has made 4 of its last 5 shots, trying to keep it going with Cole. Rebound Curry, and look at the push.
Showed some life, though. Little spirit.
It's Holiday in transition, rebounded by Omat.
Jones has been quiet thus far. They've been able to keep him out of the lane. They love the corner jumpers off dribble drives as well.
Step back from Omat over Embiid. James with his 4th rebound. Right into Embiid. You see the United States getting down the floor fast. Curry with the floater, tapped alive and into the hands of Jones. Outlet for Shayok. LeBron tried to deflect it, and he ends up tapping it off of Shayok. Come down, huh? Okay. That's usually how I feel after dinner with you.
Got to get him going a little bit. He's not shot the ball as we're accustomed to, and not really getting in the lane either.
South Sudan makes some substitutions as well. Here is Carlik Jones. You mentioned it, trying to get him into the paint. This is a triple off the side of the backboard for Deng. Good. Getting back inside and drawing a foul. He's got a chance to tie the game.
Davis, I think, on the screen, but they're a good offensive rebounding team.
Foul, Majuk Deng. Spent time like many of these players in Australia, but went to community college in the United States, played some college ball at Louisiana Monroe, has been all over the Australian Basketball League over the last several years.
Yeah, Indian Hills is the junior college, pretty good one over the years. Nice find.
Edwards to Tatum. Flying in was Davis, couldn't connect. Deng the other way.
They've done a great job balancing the floor of the USA. And as I say that, they don't shut it down. That guy's back. Quick timeout.
Playing with a lot of confidence right now.
It's a great story. It's a wonderful story. As you said, many of these young men for the South Sudan have been all over the world, whether of their own volition or because of circumstances forcing them to do so. And making their first Olympics, Royale Ivy, the longtime NBA player running this show now. Davis lost it, knocked out of bounds. A lot of size out there off the bench for South Sudan.
Davis, again, one of those guys, if they lifted over mid-post, could step out and make a deep one. But the family crisis these kids have been able to overcome is extraordinary, to your point.
Tatum on an off-target pass from Davis for South Sudanese basketball.
Royal out of Texas, of course, Blair Academy, New York kid.
Both those guys played at Blair Academy. So the improving defense of Anthony Edwards, he was hassling the current Charlotte Hornet 4. Davis knocked it away momentarily. Good save by Malaraj, taken away by Davis. Outlet feed, with the bam.
Big time. How about that? All because of the defense. I've been so impressed. Everybody down in the stance looking to help.
Nice outlet feed from Davis for another United States assist. They have 6 of them on their 8 baskets, so a good rate going. Tough take. The left-handed floater goes down for Jackson McCoy.
How about McCoy? The real.
I always thought of you as a 90s dance fan, Bill.
I'm a fan of this guy, I'll tell you that.
Who hasn't been?
He's got some bounce in his game.
Edwards to Tatum, the kick for Halliburton. Inside of 2 minutes for the opening period. Halliburton the fake. You see so much of that with Indiana, but he was unable to finish at the rim.
He can make the three, so you got to get tight on him.
McCoy with the kick out, another three. This is the former Iowa Hawkeye, Peter Jock, who can snipe.
You had him in college, I'm sure.
Many times for Fran McCaffrey. Now 5 points, South Sudanese lead, their largest thus far. Try to exploit the matchup. Davis working against Majuk Deng, the double from Jock and a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, nobody dove to the rim for him, too. Could have bailed Davis out.
One of them in Davis. Working on the future Blue Devil Malawach. Tough turnaround, a foul, and 2 shots coming.
Yeah, that's his game, though. The mid-ranger, he doesn't have to score. His impact
is obviously France is going to have a great run with this. Coming up, Greece is going to take advantage of Giannis Antetokounmpo's athleticism. But Anthony Davis and Bam Adebayo being able to essentially double team on the interior, deter drives, deter passes. This is going to be a very essential piece to what the United States wants to do in the Olympics.
And counter that with the defense able to jam it up. The United States has to cut better, dribble, drive, and distribute. They're going to get a lot of nice looks because you just can't close out quick enough.
Davis has his first 2 points. Scored by 12 at the three-point line. Anthony Edwards, the defense, and the win.
He can rag a guy. Look at Davis. Sprint the floor to help out.
There is the Hornet, JT Thor, and he draws a foul on Bam Adebayo.
We'll be talking about this defense.
Second team selection this year in the NBA. Adebayo's second foul, sending JT Thor to the free throw line. So we mentioned Wenyen Gabriel. Thor has a decent amount of NBA experience thus far in 3 seasons. Played 60-plus games each of the last 2 years for Charlotte. Davis and Adebayo finally recoil. A 2-point South Sudanese lead.
Ball doesn't stick with this team either.
45% start from the field for the United States. League average in the NBA is about 47.
A little nickel dimer here with the hand check.
Peter Jock on the foul. Great to see Peter Jock back out there. He's an excellent college player for Fran McCaffrey and has been able to travel all over the place. Most recently playing in Canada, the elite level.
Could make threes. Trying to force him left a little bit.
Peter Jock's mother is actually a member of the South Parliament. A very deep connection to this country, so very prideful for Jock. We saw Edwards last season during the FIBA World Cup and became an immediate factor and oftentimes the alpha on the floor for the United States.
People got to know his name quickly, though. Superior talent.
Deep playoff run for Minnesota. You see his aggressiveness against McCoy.
Nice challenge.
Forcing Deng to drive, and Deng is able to bank it home.
Good feel. Big time kiss, too. Pretty good response to aggressive D.
7 South Sudan assists on their 10 baskets. They're out shooting the United States thus far.
Oh, they got to feel satisfied getting back in this game.
Very much so.
There's that jammed up D you mentioned.
Yeah, Edwards is looking for an alley. He'll step back for 3, and that will not count, I believe. Range, the United States struggled from the outside in a game that is predicated at the international level on the three-point shot. The U.S. took many more, 36 attempts against Serbia compared to the average of about 23 to 26 in the first 2 contests.
They've kept
lead on their 5th 3.
You cannot overhelp.
The spacing so essential at this level. Now Gabriel and Davis, a couple of former Lakers, bang away there. A foul on Wenyen.
Anytime.
But was also the tournament leader in assists. That is where he is essential for South Sudan to have success inside.
And Shaq's so good as Davis gets a good look with the jump hook. Shaq's so good knocking down those threes and getting available.
So Halliburton is on Jones. It's a switch with the bigger Adebayo. The pull-up shot.
Sticking it.
His first points after he had 3 dimes already. One of the top players in the NBA G League. In fact, the top scorer in the G League and an MVP a couple of years ago. Edwards, the star.
How about that crossover? Effective in the lane.
After South Sudan had taken its largest lead at 7, now back down to 5.
Well, they're playing with some confidence. Good ball movement.
And a deep one from Armont.
Oh, my goodness. Can't relax. They're a catch-and-shoot team.
It is an 8-point advantage for South Sudan. Edwards being hassled that time by Shayok, who was known as a solid defender in his time at Iowa State. A lot of transferring from Virginia.
A lot of settling. Halliburton with a hustle play.
And Edwards way off target. And a foul on Carly. Just 15 shots. Meanwhile, the United States holding Serbia. Obviously predicated on their ball movement with Jokic at 41%. So far, a 59% clip for South Sudan.
All of a sudden, USA settling for shots. There's a little flex cut, back screen to the box.
Tatum out of the ISO. Davis tried to tap it, run down by Halliburton. So now Tatum going to try to penetrate into the teeth of the defense, and he draws a foul. The fresh cut, Jason Tatum goes to the line. And this, the penultimate exhibition showcase game before the United States plays Germany on Monday, and then they will have South Sudan in their group, along with Puerto Rico and Serbia in Group C.
I know you, with your research, saw this where they don't have an indoor gym that they could practice in. It's just amazing.
South Sudan has had to practice in multiple countries. Right. They were practicing in Rwanda for a little while. This is a team that has not been given or handed anything. Carly Jones got it to go.
And over Davis as well.
With real rim protection underneath, Jones is able to find another 2. Top drive by Davis, left it short, tapped alive into the hands of Quoll. Running his 4.
Oh, he missed him in the corner, too.
And Jones unable to hit the 3.
Oh, he had Shayok in the other corner. They are hustling. An extra look.
And Shayok misfires, and the rebound to the United States and Adebayo.
Boy, he was wide open.
They go right down to Davis, knocked away by Quoll.
Competing.
Well, this was a problem these last couple of games for the U.S. The turnovers. A challenge by Adebayo as Thor will draw the foul. It is, as of now, the 3rd on Adebayo. Here is JT Thor. Worked himself into that young Charlotte Hornets rotation. Only played about 30 games as a rookie, but 60 plus the last couple of years, each of the last 2 years. That's a fun group. Mark Williams, JT Thor adding some length and size. Obviously, they played well with LaMelo Ball.
I'm sure they've brought a lot of confidence to this team, too, having played against these USA guys.
Absolutely. You see a 3 on Adebayo now. The starting 5 are back in with Holiday, James, Embiid, Booker, and Curry. It's LeBron on the drive, tapped out of bounds by the Sudanese at 10 of the shot clock.
They were trying to have a set play with Steph with a back screen and a pop.
United States 1 for 9 from 3-point range. Let's see if Curry can snap him out of it. 1 for 10. Jones with an excellent rebound from the guard spot.
This is where they're play.
That is Quoll. Misses, but draws the foul.
Quoll with a nice play, getting down the floor. They push it.
Serbia.
I think they're actually shocked and surprised.
Sure.
These kids are playing with a lot of confidence, getting things done on the offensive end, kicking the ball. And early in the game, USA moved.
Young men did high school in Australia. There's a large immigration for about a decade from Sudan to Australia. That's why there's such a high percentage of South Sudanese that are raised and go to high school in Australia.
Scraping, and look at this.
Carly Jones finding Shayok, who had to adjust as he stumbled a little bit, but suddenly it's a 12-point lead for South Sudan.
Getting the USA's attention here, sloppy with the ball.
It is Curry that won't go. It is a 1 for 11 3-point shooting start for the U.S. Juke Deng with Shayok, Quoll, Jones, and Thor. A 14-4 start in the second quarter for South Sudan.
Yeah, that brings a lot of energy, and Jones gets to the rim.
And one for Carlik Jones, who is feeling himself right now.
He loves to go right, but that time so effective going left.
Young man originally from Cincinnati, first went to Radford, had a great couple of years, transfers to Louisville, all ACC, and was a dynamite scorer in the G League for the Windy City Bulls. And he's put South Sudan up by 15 points. A shocking first 14 minutes so far.
He had double-doubles, 3 of them in the World Cup, too.
Huge scorer, huge assist guy. Embiid finally snaps the funk.
This is where they're going to get back in it. On this end of the floor. Stay at home on the shooters.
They've got Holiday on Jones with a nice hezzy. High off window. Curry the rebound and the push. This is what this lineup was doing in the first quarter, trying to push the pace. Nice pass. Curry backdoor for Booker. It is James. LeBron has to kick it out. It's a mismatch with Embiid on the smaller, much smaller Jones. Nice help double by quality.
The offensive people. Not as sound as they were last game.
Whistle and a foul as Holiday was hassling Jones. More, not necessarily with how South Sudan is playing, but more so with some of the issues we've seen from the U.S. We saw much better stuff against Serbia.
I'm impressed.
Very much
with
so.
South Sudan. Obviously, is that a foul? They're going to foul?
They'll say no foul. They'll let the physical play go, and I think that's where some of the confusion is. Because it feels like it should either be a foul on Curry or out of bounds to the United
Report, not paying attention to really. Getting beat down the floor for some open looks. Finding people off the bounce. Oh, they got a discard here.
Curry was trying to battle through Bull Cole, who lived up to the name there. Often is referred to in international competition for outstanding countries.
Watching this game, there should be a bunch of surprises, though. Nobody talked too much about this club.
That mismatch inside Matalo as well. Curry is hit the only one for the U.S. Embiid in the U.S., both teams, in fact, in the bonus for the rest of the period.
Joel, as you get along in the tournament here, the Olympics, he's going to have to do a really good job defensively because the ability of screening by bigs and popping. I think you'll see Davis in those situations more.
The quickness on defense in this international game that's so predicated on spacing. That's why Davis and Adebayo are such keys off the bench. There is this young for Blue Devil, Matalo.
Talking about him inside with a little jump hook, stepping out, drilling.
And Matalo got back to the free throw line. Embiid is 2 of 4 thus far. 6 points, 3 rebounds, and a pair of assists.
You like to say USA is sluggish, but I just think the pep and the step of the South Sudanese is just incredible.
I think that may have been the thing that surprised the U.S. the most.
Yeah, alarming, really.
This time he knocks down both. 8 points to lead the United States for Embiid.
They are quick to the offensive glass as well. With threes, that's an important product.
Holiday watches Jackson McCoy, who's now at the controls, with Carlik Jones having played 12 minutes on the bench. Tough shot for Shayok. Here comes James trying to find space on the open floor, and the Sudanese get back quickly. And continue to hassle James, who's had turnover issues in this first half. Trying to find Majuk Deng on the run out, but out of bounds. Both teams had the turnover bug early.
Scrappy on the defensive end, though. USA loose with the ball as well.
Right back to Embiid. Against Kaman Matalo. The double from Deng. The rotation for the U.S. Curry the fake. And he draws that foul. Jackson McCoy, who came flying out, that will send Curry to the line. Has to be paramount, and I think the U.S. is still a little bit in that feeling out process.
Movement. Steph actually had a pretty good look, and a little sidestep gets him to the free throw line.
Is that the lane size that has the most impact for the long closeout?
I think it's the overhelp.
Okay.
And jamming it up. So it's probably both.
Curry at the defense on Jones, who finds Deng on a nifty feed. It's Embiid, GT4, and the double from Deng. The double teams are really causing problems for the U.S. Another turnover.
Not reacting well at all.
Good job by Booker to get on top of Shea.
Yeah, he was ready to lose.
Well, Holiday right back on Carlik Jones. Such a cog for the South Sudanese team.
Look at the open middle, so you've got to stay at home on a so tough shot.
Wow, Shea puts it down while Booker was hassling him defensively.
Well, they are playing confidently.
It's an angry drive by Shea.
A message, maybe.
8 points for LeBron, who cannot be pleased with this United States first half.
South Sudan now closing out this half, I think is important to them. It was they trying to step it up a little bit.
Booker on defense, running with Holiday. And True puts it home.
And relax. Quick time.
Showcase for the Germans. That's coming up on Monday. This has been a problem throughout as the United States still tries to find that rhythm and chemistry with this group.
And this team is playing with a lot of confidence, South Sudan. Jones back on the floor. Instrumental, really, in getting the lead.
And trying to get into the paint, he does against Davis.
That's what they do. Kick out and get a look. You cannot leave the three-point shooter.
Quickness and three-point shooting for South Sudan has been a major factor. Good ball movement and an angry Edwards jam.
Boy, making them pay for that rotation.
So this is the first time we're seeing this five on the floor together tonight. James, Booker, and Curry with Edwards and Davis. And James trying to stick with Jones, and Carlik Jones is not afraid of anybody.
Wow, he'll be looking at this tape.
James, the spin, into traffic, and a foul.
Once he makes his mind up, clear it. Available.
Leads the way with 9 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds. Shayok's got 14 to lead South Sudan, but Jones is, as you might say, is the straw that stirs the drink.
I have not heard that.
No, not once. It's a very old adage.
They've done a nice job when he was on the bench as well.
Again, some of it's certainly a lot of Euro League and Australian Basketball League, National Basketball League experience. So
trying to prove something, really.
And it was tough to cut down to this roster today. So the challenge and the depth, impressive for Deng and Ivy and company. A minute left in the second. It's 4 separating from Davis.
How about that? Again, one-on-one. Ability to take their guy, whether it's to the rim or the jumper to step back.
Shooting 63%. Curry misses. It's 1 for 12 for the U.S. James the rebound and out of bounds off Curry.
Well, they are off at a sink.
Sunday Detch got a quick run. 1 minute on the floor, he goes right back to the bench.
Well, if you're South Sudan, you wish you could just continue playing. No halftime break. They are in sync and fluid.
To be a fly on the wall for Steve Kerr's thoughts at halftime. Tough drive and a foul drawn by JT Thor as he ran towards Booker. And we've seen and how exceptionally well they've played for at least a half thus far, leading by 16, their largest lead. JT Thor's done good stuff off the bench. 6 points for the former Auburn Tiger. Edwards, James, LeBron, aggressive.
How about that? How did he stay in the air that long, able to finish on the reverse?
A chance at a three-point play and a foul against South Sudan.
He was actually connected to the play. Maybe they'll change that. For Kawhi Leonard is on the floor to start, so they'll go with a bench unit here. White, Davis, Adebayo, Tatum, and Edwards. White is basically taking the spot of Halliburton with this unit. So here is Edwards. Takes the jumper. Will not go. The tap back by Adebayo into the hands of Davis, and he got it all.
And Bam kept it alive. Able to finish for Davis.
Carly Jones was outstanding in that first half. No surprise as he feeds inside for the running Wenyen Gabriel. A whistle and a foul.
They're having trouble with the open middle. Whether it's the cut or the drive. Very confusing. A nice little cut and dive to the rim there.
Edwards picked up his first foul. Jones with 9 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds in the first half from the guard spot. Davis with the block though this time.
Oh, bad gamble.
Jones recovers, fires, and off the heel. And it's tipped alive for Adebayo. Here's Edwards working on Gabriel. Good defense by Wenyen. Tatum on Omat. Strong drive in one.
That upper body. Again, Davis just spread a little bit, gave that open alley for Tatum to get to the rim.
Again, for those of you who maybe aren't familiar with it, no defensive 3-second. So you can jam 2 defenders and the rim at almost any given moment. So you have to spread the floor offensively to allow for drive.
Absolutely, the camp out. Conversely, at this end, the same prevails.
Derek White trying to make an impact in his first minutes.
White gets one on the pin down.
Working against Gabriel. Derek White, who just signed a major extension.
Another great story when you think of it, right? Junior college, then to Colorado.
Tad Boyle making something of him. Derek White had one scholarship offer at 6 feet tall from Jeff Culver at D2 Colorado Springs. Had the growth spurt before he ever played a college game. 2-time All-American at the Division II level before going to Colorado. Good defense by Tatum.
Yeah, good hands.
Shayok, though, has been hot. Oh, Mott!
How about that?
Looney
with the finish.
The former Baylor Bear. And have a growl at the rim.
And that's in the scatter report, too. They do crash beautifully.
There is Tatum. Into Gabriel. Turnaround jumper. Tough shot. Davis battling. Davis's effort draws a foul eventually. As Adebayo was the African League MVP, was the champion for Al Ahly, which is the team based out of Cairo, won their first African League title. He was impressive during the qualifiers last February that got South Sudan to the World Cup, and then played very well during the World Cup to help them qualify for the Olympics.
And the first note they give you in the scout report is he loves to crash the glass.
Does he now? There he was, again. Anunwa Omat, Nooney, as he's known. Davis, it's a pair. He's got 6 points now. Go along with 6 rebounds, but just 1 of 6 from the field. The United States shooting 41%. Sudan, 57%.
Nice step through.
Rejected, though, by Davis, who came over for the recovery on defense.
What a great read.
Both players with nice work there, who played a lot this year. He's always been, kind of the narrative has always been he's injury prone. He played a lot of games this season, missed a minimal amount, and was in the lineup just about as often as he could be for the Lakers. Played a high number of games. Inside off the inbound, it's good for Cole. Excellent out-of-bounds play.
Overload right, nice dive.
And Carly Jones continues to distribute 7 assists for the G League MVP. White to a wide-open Edwards. Omat missed it that time, and finally the U.S. gets a 3, just their second on 14 tries.
And the first time a little faulty closeout by Omat.
And what had been a double-digit South Sudanese lead for quite some time is down to 8. A near turnover by Cole. Gabriel with a traveling violation against his former Laker team. Got 11 points now. Looking for more. Left it short. The defense of Shayok. Nice save by Wenyen Gabriel. Jones looking for his 8th assist. It's a full triple, rebounded by one of the best rebounding guards in the NBA.
He's got 11 points now. Looking for more. Left it short. The defensive Shayok. Nice save by Wenyen Gabriel. Jones looking for his 8th assist. It's a full triple, rebounded by one of the best rebounding guards in the NBA.
Into Davis against Gabriel. The shifty maneuvering in the deuce.
Took advantage of size.
Against the South Sudanese starting 5, they're smaller. They're bigger off the bench, so I think now's the time to exploit that matchup. Carly Jones off the dribble. Rebounded by Davis.
USA playing with a lot more confidence now. A little flow to their game.
Going with the bench unit to start the second half.
Nice pass.
Big to big, and they take advantage of another mismatch with the guard Jones.
Good ball movement, no question about it. Jones caught down low.
Signs offensively on a consistent basis during this tournament as well.
It's a 13-4 start to the third quarter for the United States after going with all bench unit players and adding Derek White to the mix.
I think their coverage has improved as well. It's got them back in this.
Well, South Sudan had missed 4 shots the entire second quarter. They've just gone 2 for 9. So 7 missed shots here in the third.
They're much more of a challenge on shots. Automatic switching.
Well, that's the other thing with this lineup, a little bit more defensive versatility. Malo, the future Blue Devil, knocks down a 3.
You can just see Davis caught too much distance on the closeout.
Back up to a 7-point lead for the South Sudanese. The last United States lead was 16-15, past the halfway point of the first. Adebayo against the smaller Shayok, the double by Jones.
Nice look.
For Tatum, for Davis. Will not go, got his own miss and draws the...
Love that corner jack 3.
Into Davis against Gabriel. The shifty maneuvering in the deuce.
Took advantage of size.
Against the South Sudanese starting 5, they're smaller. They're bigger off the bench, so I think now's the time to exploit that matchup. Carly Jones off the dribble. Rebounded by Davis.
USA playing with a lot more confidence now. A little flow to their game.
Going with the bench unit to start the second half.
Nice pass.
Big to big, and they take advantage of another mismatch with the guard Jones.
Good ball movement, no question about it. Jones caught down low. Offensively on a consistent basis during this tournament as well.
It's a 13-4 start to the third quarter for the United States after going with all bench unit players and adding Derek White to the mix.
I think their coverage has improved as well. It's gotten them back in this.
Well, South Sudan had missed 4 shots the entire second quarter. They've just gone 2 for 9, so 7 missed shots here in the third.
They're much more of a challenge on shots. Automatic switching.
Well, that's the other thing with this lineup, a little bit more defensive versatility. Malo, the future Blue Devil, knocks down a 3.
You can just see Davis caught too much distance on the closeout.
Back up to a 7-point lead for the South Sudanese. The last United States lead was 16-15, past the halfway point of the first. Adebayo against the smaller Shayok, the double by Jones.
Nice look.
For Tatum, for Davis. Will not go, got his own miss and draws the foul.
Boy, he is possessed. So much more activity. The ability defensively, they had to contain.
Well, you said it, though, the longer closeouts, right? That was another step. Maybe at the NBA level, based on spacing, Davis doesn't have, or with that same gait, he probably ends up with the closeout. But with the spacing here, a little bit tougher to get all the way out.
And South Sudan really wisely making the pass, too, taking advantage.
You think that made John Shire smile a little bit when he sees Malowach knocking down a triple?
Yeah, you know what? I didn't see that in watching the games that they played, or at least the game the other day.
Against Great Britain?
Yeah, a little jump hook is about all you saw, and a tremendous shot block.
JT Thor had 11 good minutes in the first half. He'll come in for Omad, who has been really solid with 9 points and 4 rebounds. Davis's free throws have cut the lead down to 5. 6 of his 9 boards on the offensive end so far. Edwards on Jones. Switch. And can with this lineup with Davis.
A little staggered Thor.
This fires on a 3. Long rebound. Malawach saved it, but 2 on Bio.
Nice give.
Tatum lost it on the crossover attempt. Another U.S. turnover. And it leads to a Shea triple, his 4th of the game.
Boy, they burn you on that early transition. Lighten it up. Great delivery on the pass.
Ariel Shayok, former Virginia Cavalier and Iowa State Cyclone, with 17 points and an excellent performance. Edwards can't answer on the rebound to Malawach, and he gets fouled.
Right with the reach in. A little bit of a settle on those.
Now the U.S. is going to go back to its starting lineup here.
That was a good run. Dissipate a little with some shot selection.
Holiday, James, Embiid, Booker, and Curry, the same starting 5 from the opening exhibition game against Canada started today. No Kevin Durant yet. Holiday on Jones, looking for the deuce, and somehow got his own miss against James. Shayok looking for another triple!
How about him spotting up and the recognition to kick it out?
The guy who's in 2 career threes at the NBA level has knocked down 5 of 8 and has 20 points today.
Look out there jamming it up, letting it force the deep shot, taking advantage of LeBron.
Just the 3rd United States 3 on 16 tries. A big one for James.
Right now, South Sudan has their attention.
Oh man, Shayok a heat check 3. Rebounded eventually by Embiid, who stumbles to get it to Booker. And Devin Booker trying to get going, running into 2 defenders.
Nice call. Holiday alert on the cut, but great vision. A big fella.
Second dime for LeBron James. Lead back down to 6. It is Thor drawing the contact on Embiid and 1.
Oh, I got to know it's his left hand, too. Got to take it away. Confidence.
JT Thor, excellent work off the bench. 9 points, couple of assists. The length on defense that a lot of these guys see when they play the Charlotte Hornets. James, they gave him a lot of space to get to the paint, getting the defense in the air, and Thor came over with the block.
That is where they hurt you in the early offense.
It's Thor against the smaller Holiday and a reach-in foul. Bonus action for both teams. So Thor's dropped the hammer with a double-digit effort off the bench.
Back up to 10. Took the hit.
U.S. got to within 5 points. And right back up to an 11-point South Sudanese advantage. And last touched by Booker. It'll be South Sudan ball. There is Manchuk Deng working against Holiday. Jackson Coy working against Holiday, who knocked it free and saved it to James. What a play by Drew Holiday. James with the jam and a foul. A flex from LeBron James to try to reignite the United States.
A terrific play right here. Just look at this strap. The quickness. 39. My goodness, Jack Benny would envy him.
And Drew Holiday reinserted into the starting lineup, trying to make the impact at the end of the floor where he has been relied upon by so many championship caliber teams and 2 title teams in this decade already. Gets the steal to start the break for James.
Boy, that flex reminded me of you at the pregame meal.
I was very excited about that sandwich. 5-point game as we approach 106 for the 3rd. A much more spirited effort.
Much so. Much more so.
Holiday against Thor. Oh, he's hassling him here. Thor trying to get free, and he ends up traveling. Excellent defensive work by Drew Holiday.
That's his trademark. They're just willing to stick his nose there, compete. Where's he and White? What contributors to the championship for the Celtics?
It was not an easy decision to part ways from Milwaukee with Drew Holiday because of how impactful he was, not only at both ends of the floor, but in that locker room for Milwaukee.
You saw enough of him, right? Chicago?
4 times a year, he would hassle the Bulls and hassle a lot of NBA teams with his two-way play. 90 seconds for the third. James with space, looking for Curry. Flip back to James. Got in the air, found Holiday behind the back, fires the jumper and connects.
Well, you can see it different. LeBron, it's a really solid play. Being unselfish, finishing when necessary, finding people.
Shayok, another heat check 3. The U.S. on its longest run of the game. They've scored the last 8. Looking for more. It's Booker! He ties the game at 76 on an 11-0 United States run.
And the fingerprints of LeBron all over this quarter. What a great look.
In a flash of 2 minutes. After trailing since past the midway point in the first. That's a deep 4-3. Knocked out of bounds by Malawach, and it's U.S. ball with 39 seconds to play in a much better effort here in the third quarter, much like we saw against Serbia.
It is the D, and also now the pressure. Should I take the shot? Am I willing to take the shot? Just stepping it up.
Remember, this starting 5 did not start the second half. The bench unit did good work to begin this third quarter, and since the return of the starting 5, they played with much more spirit.
Bench group showed a lot of emotion.
16 points from that bench unit in this third. James looking for that bounce for Booker, and it ricochets out with 18 to shoot.
And Steph really did a great job out at the three-point line, cutting, and just missed him.
U.S. has not led since 16-15 at the 3:46 mark of the opening quarter. Shayok got his hands on it. Curry runs it down. A very deep Curry three! Wow! For the United States lead.
Early dagger.
That ignites the crowd in London. It is Shayok to answer. After his 5 threes, he's now missed 3 in a row.
Boy, they have shown.
Off to Embiid, got it back and scored it to beat the buzzer. And the United States, after all, one, they hit 5 of them in that third quarter.
Bankrupt.
Suddenly a 5-point United States lead, their largest since their 12-2 start to this game. Here is Cole. Jones was stymied in that third quarter, Bill. You told me during the break, and you're right.
It didn't call his name at all. And Embiid with a pretty good defensive set this trip.
Yep.
Showed big, recovered.
Had to switch on multiple players. Now he goes right down against the smaller Jones.
Good read. Haven't seen much of that low post up.
We said it when it's 4 or 5 starters for South Sudan. They're smaller. And we probably haven't seen enough exploitation of that by the United States. Into the hands of Peter Jock. Missed the putback attempt.
LeBron's been a big factor in his flow, too.
And he finds Holiday 4-on-3. In and out. Rebound to Carly Jones, who has 9 rebounds, 9 assists, 9 points. Jock, a triple try. His second of the night.
First faulty recovery. They've been getting back, staying on the shooters. Good find, good delivery.
That is the 10th Carly Jones assist. As much as we praised South Sudan in the first half, Carly Jones should be a name all of you remember. Embiid knocks it down.
Nice two-man play. Steph Cole trying to be physical with Steph Curry on the other end.
There is Cole. Now Jones against Holiday, using that screen from Gabriel.
Here's where you got to stay at home.
Embiid against a guard. Jones tries to work off the dribble. Putback is in for Wenyen Gabriel.
A nice job there. Of course, the D was attracted to the dribble.
It is is Booker short. Rebound to Jones, his 10th. It's a double-double for Carlik Jones. And if he scores a point, that is going to be a historic triple-double for Carlik Jones in South Sudan.
He may get a spot in the league the way he's playing.
It is Gabriel for 3. The bank is open in London. Woo. They refuse to go away. This is the scrappiness we saw in the first half.
Big-time kiss.
Most experienced NBA player for South Sudan. And his former teammate with the Lakers, LeBron James, hits.
It's been magnificent, particularly this period.
They're 6th of the half. Jock looking for another. That's short. Booker the rebound. Bull trying to stand up. Bull trying to stand up LeBron James. James taking on the challenge.
Showing it all. Depth with the left.
LeBron with 21, his best offensive game, along with 6 rebounds and 6 assists.
I say he still got it.
A traveling violation here against Laban.
So versatile, so many areas of the floor to LeBron.
Steve Kerr going with the bench unit to start the second half, maybe sending a little bit of a message, perhaps just trying to change the energy. They certainly did, and a lot of that bench unit is now back on the floor, which performed so well to start the second half.
Bam on the floor, he gave him good minutes.
So did Derek White. And Carlik Jones right up against him, forcing him out of bounds, so White does turn the ball over.
Tough catch for him, though.
Yep.
Put him in a disadvantaged position.
We're still keeping track, though, of Carlik Jones, who has already done some historic things in his short stint with the South Sudanese national team in the last 18 months. Another point will give him the rarest of rare, the triple-double for South Sudan. And looking for it here. There it is, a triple-double for Carlik Jones.
A nice set play, too. The handoff and then the aggressive drive.
Nice move by Derek White to find Anthony Davis, and it just rimmed out, but a foul.
Nice pass by White, and a good read by Davis as well.
Pitching him hard, I guess, tonight. Well, he's earned it tonight. If I am his agent, I'm showing everybody this tape.
Rightfully so, though. He has been terrific. Was solid, set.
Held the lead for 23 minutes of this game. They were a 43.5-point underdog coming into action. So, regardless of the final score, and it may get a little bit ballooned, this is a very impressive showing for South Sudan, regardless of the result. And Peter Jock knocking down his 3rd field goal.
Talking about Peter, his Iowa days, been very quiet, though.
Hit a 3 early and then just a couple of bucket hits.
Yeah, I like to force them left if they can.
Here is Edwards.
Got a good play here.
That's a nice play by Bull Cole.
Sure was. Set and release.
It is Jones bodying his way to the rim against Anthony Edwards.
This kid is good and clever.
13, 10, and 10 for Carlik Jones, who's working on Derek White here. Davis.
How about the hesitation, the peak? A nice dive by Davis. White. Beautiful setup.
3 assists for Derek White. He's only played in the second half. Gabriel shut off by Anthony Davis in a travel.
Intimidating. Good foot. I think dependent, really. There can be a lot of different lineups.
It is out of Bio, short on the 3. Rebound to Shayok, who's had a nice shooting night, but it's cooled off. Watch, unable to finish.
And they are terrific in the early offense.
It's Tatum. On the drive, switching the hand to the left.
How good was that? The dexterity.
It's the 2nd bucket for Tatum. He's got 7 off the bench for the U.S. Leads by 5 with 4:15 remaining. Come on, Mama, watch. Jones against Tatum. In traffic,
Doesn't matter. How about this kid? good. Terrific. The poise under fire.
Just 6'1", Carly Jones. 26 years of age. He's going to be playing pro in Serbia unless an NBA team grabs it. Edwards way off. Long rebound Tatum. Shot clock never reset. It's down to 5. Has to go. Tatum launches. Davis working hard on the glass. A foul on the floor. Royale Ivy was incensed by the call against South Sudan. Foul for South Sudan. Off the inbound, it's Tatum from his Celtic teammate Derek White. 4 dimes for Derek White in just this half.
They got a foul reaching by Davis.
Davis there. White's heart is rolling his eyes about the rebounding thing somewhere, rightfully so. But White right up there in terms of rebounding and shot blocking for guards in the NBA. Jones, the hezzy, the drive against Davis. Pull, tight rope in the baseline, good defense by Tatum. It is on target for Deng, rebounded by Adebayo. 3 minutes left in a 5-point United States lead.
Bam's really handled the ball well. Nice cut. Unselfish. Unselfish.
Bam, White, Davis, everybody touching it. Free throw line to try to finish off a 3-point play. South Sudan led by double digits for a good chunk of this game. They had a lead for 23 minutes of the 37 that have been played so far today.
Well, this really tells you how the world has expanded, the talent base worldwide.
And if you're just joining us, we were given a little bit of history of South Sudan in the first half, and then they got off to this incredible run led by Carly Jones and company. But the youngest basketball nation in the world became a country just 13 years ago after declaring their independence from the Republic of Sudan. Jones, the hezzy, Davis, the block, loose out of bounds to the United States.
Nice to lead up to Davis without fouling.
Another shot block for Anthony Davis. But a lot of credit to Royale Ivy, Luol Deng, the president and current assistant coach for South Sudanese basketball. There they are. Royale has been the head coach for the last 3 years. Will head back to Houston after the Olympics to start his run as an assistant coach for Ime Udoka. James, the kick. Curry, a 3. On rebound to Cole.
Once again, LeBron, good decision.
Jones, a triple-double for South Sudan. Gabriel did not take advantage of the smaller White. Good defense by LeBron James. Working on Olmont.
Oh, what an effort on the defensive end.
Edwards drives it, kicks it. Curry corrals it against Carly Jones. Edwards to apply White into the body of Wenyan Gabriel.
Good team.
Shayok in transition, his 6th triple of the game. And this game's not over just yet. This could be arguably, and I know the Dream Team is still the gold standard, but could be arguably the best roster put together in United States men's basketball history. But you could say the same for a lot of countries around the world. Curry misfires. This is a 4-point game with 70 seconds left.
And that's a great look for him, too.
Jones against LeBron James. Can't connect. Tipped alive. Shayok. This time he drives it. Finds Jones. After the feed. JT for a big 3. Won't go. Shayok the offensive rebound. He'll float it up and knock it down. It's a 2-point game.
Oh, they are not going away.
The spirited South Sudanese looking for still what would have been the biggest win in their very short program's history. Looking for a defensive stop. It's Curry. Davis. White. On the drive. Long for Davis. He couldn't finish the dunk. Loose ball to Thor. 2 and a tie, 3 for the lead. Who wants to be a hero? It's Thor for the lead.
How about this?
Here is LeBron James. Thor will pick him up.
Cole all over Steph.
LeBron LeBron drives for the lead. He puts it in. Been an exceptional ball handler and cog for them. Perhaps Holiday, they'll use Holiday here along with White to put out their best defensive line of a couple of Celtics. It'll be Shayok to inbound, White defending it. Jones trying to get free. Into Carly Jones. 6 seconds left. Carly Jones on the drive for the lead. The dead throw by Gabriel. A second attempt now. Davis comes out with it. And that is it. The United States holds on for a win. And South Sudan mere moments away from what would have been the biggest win in their country's history.